Hey, what is up guys? So we got a bunch of new cards coming out into the game, and we got support from Madolches, we got Chaos Dragon stuff. It's really cool. But anyways, let's go ahead and kick it off with the first card, Madolche Pudding Cess Choco a la Mode. But it's a new rank 5 exceed for Madolches, but it does only require 2 level 5 Earth monsters. You can also XYZ summon this card by using a rank 4 or lower Madolche XYZ monster you control it as the material. XYZs attached to that monster also become attached to this card. And then once per turn, you can target, it says question mark, so I think that means any, or they just don't know the number yet. Madolche cards in your graveyard, shuffle them into the deck. When a Madolche card or cards is shuffled from your graveyard into the deck, while this card has Pudding Cess as material, you can detach one material from this card, spell summon one Madolche monster from your deck in attack position or face down defense position, which is not too bad. But the problem I have with this card is really that it requires Pudding Cess as material to get that effect. So I'm thinking, like, how can we really make use of this card? Because Pudding Cess isn't really too viable in Madolches. But I was thinking maybe they're going to release more support for Madolches, or they're going to give us another XYZ monster for Madolches. Because at the moment, there's only Tiramisu, and that one is rank 4. So it's saying 4 or lower. So I think this is just more of a hint than anything, giving us the idea that they're getting more support for Madolches, which is kind of cool because that deck wasn't really meta for too long. It's still a very strong deck, but might give it some more power. And I felt like, you know, at the end of the day, even if we don't get anything, this is just another monster that we can throw out on top of Tiramisu. It has no material, and that's just a little bit more attack. You know, it might have the ability in the off chance someone tries to run Pudding Cess, but in my opinion, Pudding Cess isn't too viable at the moment, the way the game is. Next up, we have this card, which I think is the craziest card. It's Tellarknight, Platomeos? I don't know, I'm probably slaughtering the name, but anyways, it's a generic rank 4 monster, and it says during either player's turn, you can detach 3 materials from this card to special summon from your extra deck one monster that is 1 rank higher than this card, except for a number monster using this card as the material. The special summon is treated as XYZ summon. You attach anything that was attached to this as the other card. And then his other effect is you can detach 7 materials from this card to skip your opponent's next turn, which is absolutely crazy if you can pull it off. I don't think that's going to be too viable, but he's really good because during each end phase, you can attach one Tellarknight card from your extra deck to this card as XYZ material, which is actually really good because someone will get free pluses through that. But the main reason why I wanted to mention this card is because during the end phase, you could just attach one. So basically, as long as, you know, you just make this card immediately, you're going to get 3 materials during the end phase, and then during either player's turn, you can just detach 3 of them and then spell something from your extra deck, which, again, any deck can use. This is not just for Tellarknights. You can maybe just tech one Tellarknight in your extra deck. That way you can just have access to just, you know, basically going from rank 4 to rank 5 really easy for free, essentially. And you have so many options. You have really good cards like Pleiades, you have Durandal, which can stop, you know, other things, because it's going to have 3 materials, so that can potentially just give you almost like a free win condition, essentially. I was thinking about trying some artifacts and somehow with Tellarknights, maybe to pull it off, because I think this card has a lot of potential. But a really cool card called the Outer God Azathoth, which will probably actually change its name in the TCG. But anyways, it requires 2 level 5 monsters. I know this card isn't out yet, but it's from next challenge. Actually, yeah, it's not out yet for the TCG. But anyways, you can XYZ summon this card by using an Outer God as material, but attaches again like all of the other cards. But after you XYZ summon this card, your opponent can't activate monster's effect for the rest of the turn. So, and it has a bonus effect. If you have a fusion, a synchro, and an XYZ monster, you can detach one material from this card, destroy all cards your opponent controls. So, I was thinking that's kind of cool, because after you XYZ summon this card, your opponent can't activate anything. So, I was like, wow, you could just go ahead and go from this, and then go straight into the Outer God Azathoth, and then be like, okay, you can't use any effects for the rest of the turn. Which is, for some decks, that's pretty much game breaking. You basically get a free win. But I thought that this card was pretty cool. Next up, Azneyeswhitedragon. It looks like they're trying to make Chaos Dragons like a rank 7 deck kind of now. And it's kind of trying to incorporate pendulum summoning, of course, because they gotta push that new pendulums. But anyways, this is Azneyeswhitedragon. It is a level 7 with 2800 attack light monster. So you contribute 1 light monster to send 1 Azneyeswhitedragon from your side of the field, hand, or deck to the graveyard. And if you do special summon this card from your hand, when this card destroys an opponent's monster by battle and sends its graveyard, you can destroy 1 monster your opponent controls. Pretty much from there, I was like, okay, you can go for Heretics, and then you can just tribute 1, and then get out this guy, and then maybe you run a vanilla level 7, and then bam, you go ahead and go for Big Eye Draco Sack, and that's pretty good because Big Eye is still a really strong card in the game. I mean, if you've got if you've lost games because of standstill, Big Eye can almost do the same thing, because sometimes when you got like one of those Cliffworth cards, it's got the tributing of, like, you tributed multiple monsters, and you know, depending on what you know, when you're going for, because you know, some of them are unaffected by cards that are, you know, lower rank or level than them. But maybe if you're able to steal something that has one of the sacrifices equipped, you can kind of win games because of that. But I think this card, it's got a little potential, especially with the heretics I mentioned before. And then also we have the DeeDee Pendragon, the Supreme Dragon King, which is, again, I think it's kind of support for a Chaos Dragon archetype. But anyways, well, more sort of heretic Chaos Dragons. But and this is another level 7 monster that you contribute 1 dragon type monster and 1 fiend type monster from your hand or your side of the field to special summon this card from your hand. Once per turn, you can discard 1 card and gain 500 attack until the end of this turn. Then you can destroy 1 spell or trap card in the field. And I was like, okay, that's kind of cool, because you could use it in combination with the Fableds, because when you discard a card, you know, the Fabled special summon themselves. And I was going to think we could take it a step further. So let's say that you're playing heretics with the new, like, Chaos Dragon cards, especially when you're incorporating them with the Dragon Rulers. They're all level 7 as well, so I think that that's kind of cool. Although this guy is a fiend, not a dragon, just as a heads up. But nonetheless, you're able to go ahead and go for like a rank 7, like I mentioned before. If you are tributing like a heretic, you can go ahead and use this guy because he's level 7, another card. And make sure you activate this card's effect to discard 1 card, gain 500 attack, but that doesn't really matter too much. You're going to be able to destroy a back row, then get out a Fabled, because most of them get special summon or have some bonus effect when you discard them. So you're able to get out a Fabled tuner, and then from there, you can go ahead and make Draco Sack, use Draco Sack's effect, get multiple tokens, and then maybe go into whatever you need to, whether it's Moonlight Rose Dragon, because you have the level 1 here, or you can go ahead and go into Mistworm and bounce back everything and try to finish off your opponent, because heretics can definitely do that. And some decks, you know, they have face down monsters or other back row. You've already popped 1 back row, made a Draco Stack, and got a Synchro. I think that is a relatively strong play in the game. But yeah, let me know, guys, what you think of some of these cards that we talked about. I'm really stoked for this card, because this card opens up a lot of potential. Again, guys, remember that you can't go for anything that's a number monster. But what crazy combos can you guys think of with this card over here, or maybe some of the heretic Chaos Dragon support? At least that's what I'm calling it, because I think that that's what they're trying to go for, because they're trying to incorporate using the pendulums in addition with the Chaos Dragons. At least that's the way I saw it. And I was thinking maybe you can use Pot of Riches, since you're sending the Odd Eyes to the graveyard. So remember, guys, this is not Odd Eyes Pendulum Dragon though. But maybe they're going to release some other Odd Eyes, or it'll count as something like that. But we'll have to wait and see what combinations we can use the Odd Eyes with, like an Odd Eyes Chaos Dragon deck. That would be pretty cool. But anyways, thanks for watching, guys. Have a great day. Asian Eyes signing out.